How's it going, VIPs? It's Bebop here, and I am so excited. Episode 16, and we have an incredible lineup for you today. Joining me is Nadiya, who has come by way of some of our other VIP guests. Welcome, Nadiya.
Hello, welcome. Nice to meet everyone. I'm excited.
I'm so glad to have you. And you also have a big following on TikTok. What's your TikTok handle?
It is the same as my Instagram. It is Nani0203, which happens to be my birthday.
Oh, adorable. Well, thank you, Nani.
You're welcome.
So we have previous VIPs that every once in a while they'll come on and they'll say, you should interview so and so. They have an incredible story, and your name came up, right? Hurricane Raver Mariah, who is a friend of both of ours. I'm going to see this week in that System Overload. Um, she has been absolutely incredible behind the scenes after her interview, making connections, sharing our content. And so when she recommended you, it was full send. It was, this is Rave Mom. Let's uh let's tell her story. And so I don't need anything more than that from Mariah. Her seal of approval is good. But now I'm so curious. I'm on the edge of my seat. The living legend is here with us.
The living legend. Oh my goodness. I don't think my kids would think I'm a living legend, but I'm happy to be a living legend. Yeah.
We all live our own legends, and
Yes.
you and Mariah have an interesting meetup. I would love to kind of talk about, the genesis, where this all started, and then maybe get into some of your background, the lore
Yes.
behind the legend.
Yes. I started posting on Instagram some rave stuff, and then our mutual friend before said, "Hey, you should join this group." I did, and then that's where I met Mariah, I met Diana, and everyone else. And throughout that group, there was just like a fallout, just, when if you don't mesh with the same people, the vibe is just wrong. And me as a person, I just don't like to stay in things that just you don't feel
Hmm.
good. So then we started our little homies chat, and
We all have a homies chat.
we do. This homie chat has literally been since, I want to say, since 2023, because then I met Mariah October of 2023, and we went to Closey.
Mm.
We first went to Chili's because we met each other just so we could like make sure that we clicked. And then immediately we went to Closey. She met my husband, my husband's best friend, and right there everybody clicked. Um, then then we just talked every day. And then I think 2025, no, 2024, she came down. It was literally the week of EDC Orlando, and everybody, majority of the people from the homie chat were coming, but she wasn't. She was just there for work. So we met up for dinner with someone else from our homie chat, which is Mystic Chili,
Hmm.
Tosh, the ears. I'm sure Mariah's talked about Mystic
Shout out
Chili as
Mr.
well.
Chili. Yeah, she's
Yes.
awesome.
And then 2025, I spent the most with Mariah.
Mm.
I flew to DC, stayed in her house for Project Low, spent my 10-year wedding anniversary with her at Big Dub.
Wow.
Yeah, Big Dub is a whole nother story.
That's the afters part
That's
of
the
the VIP.
afters.
Yeah.
Then she flew to Orlando, and I had a big sign, "The hurricane has landed," when I picked her up from the airport.
I've
We did
seen those
EDC.
pictures. Let's
Yes.
feature him here. Just
Yes.
pop him into the screen.
We did EDC Orlando. We yeah, and now we're trying to see each other again. We were trying to do Chronicles. I happened to score the tickets, she didn't. So I was like, "Oh my gosh." But we might see each other. There might be a chance that I'm going to Coachella for a
Oh,
brand.
snap.
Yeah, for a brand deal. And if my husband cannot go, she will be my plus one.
She's a good plus one to have.
Yes, and she's already going to be in the area. We already have another group of our homie group going. So, but yeah, Mariah and I, we hit it off. Um, she calls me if she's at a Boogie Tea of the Trees or Ganja White Night set. She don't care. I don't even care if it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, their time, 4 o'clock in the morning, my time. It's Ganja White Night. It's of the trees. It's
Heck yeah.
Boogie Tea. Like,
I'm wearing
yeah.
my Ganja White Knight jersey right now.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So, and then we clicked because of that. We clicked because we like the same music as well. And even outside of the rave, we're always there for each other. And that's what matters is it's not just about, oh, we're in the rave scene. If you need something, I'm there for you regardless. We follow each other on every like find location on the iPhone, so we pretty much know where everyone is at all times. So if I know that everyone in the homie group is going on a festival, I literally will be like, okay, this one's in Arizona, this one's over here, they're there. So, yep,
Awesome. Shout out to those friends who you make it the rave scene. I know this has been true for me. And at first you think, right, it's a party. We're all gonna make everybody's in a good mood, right? Those are the kind
yep,
of friendships that are easy to make. But
yep,
then, when the lights are off and the music's down and your headphones are in and you get that text and it's like, hey, how are you? How's the kids? How's the family, right? That connection continues and it grows. And it's why to keep coming back. Sure, the music's great. I love Ganja White Night and Boogie T and Of the Trees too. Like that's a hella list. Um,
yep,
but just knowing that on the other side is somebody who appreciates the same things you do, has those like, deep love for those, the music or the culture or just, the shared connection that you have. And it is by far my favorite thing. If there's one thing I preach here on Ready VIP, it is the connections you make in the, rave tribe that you meet. It
yeah.
will last a lifetime.
Oh, that is true. That is true. I'm a bit older than the majority of them, but we all click so well. We mesh well. We have a good time together. Everybody knows each other's likes, dislikes, uh, and it's just it's a good feeling. Um, I was in marching band in high school growing up, so to me, being in marching band was like I had my group of friends, I had like my band family.
Hmm.
So having that now in the Ray family is real it's good. It's like, okay, I'm living life again. I'm having fun. And even though everyone lives in different parts of the United States, we still make it a point to at least see each other once a year. Whether like we're not doing EDC Orlando this year, but we're doing Warp Tour. So we have two other people from our homie group that are coming. And then um yeah, we just try to make sure that we stay in touch, see each other, and we're planning a trip to Japan, non-rave,
Whoa.
non-rave related. It's we want to go to Japan because we like anime. We like, I mean, if you're a Wook, ma majority of the Wooks here, we all like anime or
Of
Hello
course, yeah.
Kitty.
Why not?
So, you know, we plan trips that are also not rave related.
Mm.
It's we like each other.
We do the same thing. So my rave crew here in Arizona, we have a plethora of wonderful museums and art establishments. Band kids, shout out to us band geeks, right? We made it out. Now we're having our fun in the
Yes.
scene. And like, look at, Grizz and, Sasquatch and these guys who were band geeks one day marching on the field are out there slaying stages now.
Yeah.
So like, you never know, where you're gonna end up. Um, but I completely relate. I'm so, Mariah beforehand, she messaged us and she was like, "You guys are gonna get along great." And I was like, some people say that as a layup, just so that you like get in the chat and you're like, "Oh, this person it's not weird." But she nailed that one on the head.
She was right. She was right. I'm like, w once you say like I was in the marching band and someone's like, "Oh, we speak that language."
Mm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of it comes back to that the musical culture, being in step with other people, the kind of
Hmm.
shared experience of it all. It feels
Yes.
bigger than you sometimes.
Yes. Yes, it does. And that was one of the best things about it.
So, as a rave dad, I can relate. You get back into the rave scene. How does that, relate to your beauty tips and like your TikTok?
So in 2020, I started my TikTok. Well, actually, I started in 2016, but I didn't post on there. But in 2020, I kind of like COVID took over
Mm-hmm.
and I just started posting random things. I started posting about when my son, unfortunately, was a high school senior graduating during COVID. So I documented that, documented what it was like going into college, and then I started doing skincare. And then I started playing around with makeup and doing transitions with different look. And so I was like, oh, I can just post about this. And then brands started to reach out with,
Oh.
hey, yeah. Skincare brands started reaching out, hey, can we send you this? And I'm like, sure, why not? Didn't think this was all before TikTok Shop kind of
Mm.
like became something. And I was like, yeah, no problem. It started off with, hey, we'll pay you $25. At that time, I had no idea what UGC was, nothing. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, $25, why not? Whatever. It's
Yeah.
free
I
money.
was doing it for fun.
Yeah. So that's how it started. And then now I have, for example, I had Rock. It's a skincare brand for mature women, and I always make sure in my videos I let people know it is okay if you're over 40 and you go to festivals, because I go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I always show like different makeup ideas for different types of outfits I'm going to wear, transitions I'm going to wear, but also I need to be
Mm-hmm.
careful with TikTok because TikTok doesn't like when you post your rave outfits because they'll ban it. So I always
Oh,
try, yeah. I
scandalous.
always get like, oh, it's not going to show on the FYP because it's nudity.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, whatever, but I could promote a bra, but I'm like, okay. So I just basically show how certain makeup bombs take off all the makeup because we wear a lot of glitter. So I
Mm-hmm.
like to show all my makeup that I have on, watch all that glitter get off. And I always say it's important just to keep doing your skincare and then fashion. I try to accessorize um my rave fits and show my different I'll just post pictures because if you do the reels they get pulled down, so I'll do
Mm.
like a carousel of pictures and be
Mm-hmm.
like EDC Orlando and this or that and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then oh, I also um at least twice a week take my Flow Star, record myself and post it.
Nice. Shout out to the
Just
Flow
so,
Me's.
yes, yes. So I try to, I mean, I'm not like really going on the flow start, but for being my age, um, I'm like, okay, I can do a little pizza toss here and there, not bad. So I like to, I post that and I get a lot. I did one year get somebody that came up to me. It was EDC Orlando 2024. They came up to me and they were like, I thought it was a I mean, a lady my age, she was like, I follow your TikToks. And I'm like, oh, because I mean, I
Hello.
post Rave. I know. I was like, oh, thank you. My husband, of course, he was like laughing. He was like, I'm like, okay, well, somebody watches my stuff. So yeah. And I just get a lot of brands, I, I get a lot of brands that reach out for skincare and makeup. And so I actually have like this whole palette that came in that I'm getting ready to do because festival season's getting ready to start. So I'm going to start creating different because Okeechobe's coming up. I'm
Hmm.
not going to Okeechobee, but I'll create with that palette, like, oh,
Hmm.
here's a makeup look for Okeechobee,
Love that.
just so I can push that palette out.
Yeah,
And they're,
definitely.
yeah, and they're like all the neon colors, and the reason why they sent it to me was because they noticed, oh, she wears like all these bright colors, she goes to festivals,
Hmm.
why not?
Love that.
Yeah.
You brought up glitter, and so this is an interesting topic, because this just came up. Went to Levity Space or Laser Ship Tour, Mesa Amphitheater, one of the most incredible shows I've seen. But beforehand, we're in the car, right? And my wife, she has like a jar of like lotion with glitter in it, right? And it's like Victoria's Secret, super nice, like diamond, whatever. And I was like, okay, I go to enough of these things. I don't mind a little glitter, right? And the girls they're glittering up, arms, like head, because they're gonna glow, man. They're fairies. They're gonna
Yeah.
shine in the light. And so I'm unknowingly, I just grab a little bit and I'm like, all right, now I got some glitter too. And then I look at my hands and I look like a Twilight vampire. I am sparkling, right? And I'm like, oh, everything I touch, the steering wheel, like my outfit, which is
Yep.
black, right? And I'm like, where do I put my hands now? So obviously I needed to carry like some paper towels or something. Like,
Yeah.
okay, right, wipe my hands off. But even still, it was not like I was glittering everybody I touched that night. If you shook hands with me, got a trinket from me, you also got a little bit of
You
glitter.
got some glitter.
What do you do about this? How do you apply your glitter without becoming the glitter monster?
So my son hates glitter, and one of the rules was when everybody was here for EDC Orlando, do not use glitter in his bathroom. And we have a homie, Diana. We love you.
Oh, yeah, shout out Diana.
She literally loves her glitter. But when I do my glitter, it's just hard. I mean, I will put like tons of the best glue is the NYX Cosmetic glitter glue. That is the
Okay.
best for anything. I mean, that's what I use, and it's affordable, guys. And I just have to go like this and then pray to the gods it stays in the hand or just goes in the
Mhm.
sink. But as soon as I get into the car, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I feel when I put it on, it stays here, but for some reason, I'm pretty sure there's still glitter from EDC Orlando, and I've cleaned here like 20 million times. But it's just so hard to,
It's
I
true.
don't know.
The
I
glitter
mean,
problem persists.
I do use like a balm to
Hmm.
like fully take it out, and then I never see it in my area compared to taking just regular soap and water or whatever, Noxema and stuff. But I use like a melting balm, and then it then I take like a rag and it all
Hmm.
comes out. I try really hard to clean everything up, but there's always glitter.
Glitter and jewels. That's the other thing. So,
I don't know. I can't. I've tried
oh,
the jewels.
spicy.
Yeah, I tried the jewels. They last for pictures and then they're off because
That's it.
I I don't know. I've used every type of glue, even my NYX one, and it's still just
You live somewhere warm
fine.
too, right?
I do. I live in Orlando.
You get it. Like I live in Arizona and like there have been times where you hug somebody and they have jewels on and you come away and you're like, "Oh no, I
Yeah.
have jewels on."
Yeah. Or
The
they'll have half my face of makeup and
you
foundation on.
know, it's balmy, it's warm. So, I
Yeah.
think jewels are cool, but I was
It,
curious if you found something that keeps them on.
I mean, the girls use the NYX It Stays On for them, or they use eyelash glue. That's what it is.
Oh,
Eyelash glue. That's what they use. It's eyelash glue. But still, for me, I don't know. I like glitter, but I'm not a jewel person. I look back at my pictures when I started, like, because back in the 90s, you didn't have to dress up. You wore
yeah.
UFOs or you wore cargo pants, a tank top, and the candy necklace or bracelet was like actual real candy.
Yeah, a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and you wore pigtails. So I didn't start dressing up 2021, 2022. Is when I
Interesting.
started going into, I'm like, oh. Plus, I waited till my kid, like my youngest was like out of high school and he was in college and he was grown because
Hmm.
I'm like, I'm not going to dress like that. And he's still in high school. And no, no. But yeah. And then it also has to do with confidence
Hmm.
because something that I lacked was confidence. And I thank God every day for TikTok because it literally let me be me and let
Mm.
me bring out like my creative side. Let me not be that shy person where people like I can't believe you say you're shy. No, I self-confidence. Now I will post. I don't if I'm doing a makeup thing, then I'll do makeup. It's the majority of my vi videos. If I'm talking to you, I'm not going to get dressed up just to talk to you. I'm going to be like currently, I'm going through, unfortunately, I got laid off. So I just made the Unemployment Chronicles, a series on
Oh,
TikTok.
snap. That sounds
People
fun to
like it.
watch out.
People like it. They're responding to it. And then, I mean, I have to laugh at every situation that comes around. So, and now all my creative juices are flowing. Yeah. Yeah. So
I can,
it's
you
it's
bring up a
great.
really interesting topic about just not necessarily having to get dressed and do all the makeup and everything for content. This is something I struggle with because, I'm not a pretty girl, right? Like, if I just put my potato on the screen, nobody's clicking on it. Nobody's like, I wonder what he has to say. But when you get the green screen and visual effects and wonderful guests, suddenly people tune in. So that's my secret sauce. But I do like that. Your success in that has been, very raw and very real because I think that sends a message to a lot of people,
Hmm.
which is, people really do, in spite of all the production value, is wonderful. Um, they like real, they like raw,
They do.
and that's what we get a lot of times from the rave. I think, it's easy to be caught up in a lot of the glamour of what you see, the
Hmm.
festivals are like through the pictures and the media and stuff. But then you get there and you realize that like that it just kind of becomes the environment, the backdrop of your story. And then everything else really is about the connection to the music, to the
Yes.
people, to the experience, to yourself.
Yep. Yep. I mean, perfect example of not dressing up for a festival was New Year's Eve. My husband and I went to Eternal. It
Oh,
was cold. Like Florida cold hits different. It was very, I was like, I'm not dressing up. I wore sweatpants, I wore a sweatshirt, and honestly, I was the most comfortable. Didn't have to worry about, oh my gosh, my makeup, this, that. I mean, I put a little thing here, but not
sure.
go all out. Don't get me wrong. I love going all out, dressing up and this and that because I I get to be me when I dress up.
Mm,
I get to throw in another side of me that I can't do in corporate world. I mean, because I
hmm.
you can't wear rape clothes to corporate America, so you know. So
Yeah.
I like saying, "Oh, I like that. Let me accessorize it. Let me dress this up. Let me do this. Let me do my makeup." I mean, I
Hmm.
do like that, but there's a limit. And when it's cold in Florida, I don't do festivals in the cold. But it was Grizz.
Oh, you gotta
So
gotta go hard for Grizz.
I
Save
had
it
to go.
all. Save it
Yeah.
all.
I was like, no, I was like, I'm gonna suck it up. I'm gonna suck it up. And I went. I mean, actually it was a really good time. It was a really good festival. It wasn't like EDC Orlando. It wasn't packed. So, but I even posted that on TikTok. I had a sunshine attire jersey and I was like, this is exactly what I'm wearing. I did my makeup, showed my makeup routine, and I probably had like 3 layers of clothing on because it was so cold in Florida on New Year's.
The
Yeah,
people in New York are like, it was cold, huh, in Florida? Tell me
I know.
more.
Psh, trust me, this is why I moved out of New York.
Oh,
And now I
you get it.
no. Mm-mm.
Oh,
No,
for
no.
sure. I moved out of Ohio. I remember as a kid shoveling snow going, I'm gonna live somewhere so warm it'll never snow. And then I went to Arizona. I was like, oh, it definitely doesn't snow here. Stay.
I mean, it snows in Florida, but
But
way
yeah,
up there.
I can relate to the comfortable clothing. This is something I've come full circle on only just recently, since just one of my recent festivals. So I am like you. The rave scene is also a place for self-expression, and it's a
Mhm.
place where like I get to be fully engaged in myself, right? Like I can't wear these clothes around the kids and family or whatever. Like, but when we get there, you step out, the music plays, you feel like your full self. And so I didn't, I have to, my shoes match my shirt and my hat and like, you know, I couldn't see myself going any other way because this has become my rave mask now, my persona, so to speak. And I went to Jim and Jam Festival, which was my first 3-day festival out in Tucson. Shout out to the incredible art community out there. And so on day one, full rave fit. But it's hot in Arizona. Even in February, I'm out there sweating. Okay, day two, mostly rave fit, but comfortable shoes. I'm doing it sensible. Well, day three comes around, and one of our friends is playing like a late night performance, and I'm staying extra late just to see her. Shout out Sed's Vortex. And I trek back to my car, and in my suitcase, I have a onesie that is like Sully from Monsters Inc. And I'm like, it's time to break out the onesie. Ah! So I pull it out, get dressed in the onesie, hustle back to the stage because I'm doing media. So I'm like taking video and picture in my full onesie, right?
That's awesome.
And it's the most comfortable I've ever been at a rave. I am literally just a bug in a rug, snug, warm, feeling good, feeling
Yep.
hilariously confident. And so there's a lot of value in both being comfortable and, you can find that weird self-expression, that you want to. So, get a onesie or something and go crazy.
Oh, we do. We have matching Ganja White Night onesies
Oh,
too.
those are incredible. The big orange ones with the
Yeah,
wobble night.
yeah.
Girl.
We have dark and wobble. So of course. Oh yeah.
Yes, legendary.
Yes, yes. I also have a Hello Kitty one. I mean, my husband and I, so I think this year, this festival season that just passed, my husband started matching with me, which was good. And then he started um branching out with his style. And I was like, oh, look at you.
Blossoming. I love it.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Oh yeah. He I like
I've
it.
seen the
And
pictures. He looks smooth. He's out there doing his thing. It's great, Guys need to get into rave fashion
they
more, right? Don't
do. They
don't be
do.
afraid.
They do. I let him like when we saw Liquid Stranger for New Year's Eve, he had this whole Liquid Stranger outfit, like the whole night, and he bought it just for
Hell yeah.
that. I was like, hey, but yeah, and he matched with me all 3 days at EDC, which meant the world.
I will I
Yes.
will add one caveat to my last statement. I said men need to get into rave fashion more, but gay men have been slaying the scene for since there's
Oh,
been a
they
rave
have.
scene. So like
Oh,
I
yes.
you're not
Yes.
like guys who are just finding their rave fashion sense like great place to explore it. But sometimes I'm out there taking notes, It's like, "Oh, so that's how the glitter is applied."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I take all the notes from them.
That's right. Yeah, you know that they're doing
You
it
do?
'cause
Yeah, of course, of course. And I like that's what I like about raves because everybody has their own different fashion
yeah,
sense. So,
all are
you know,
welcome.
yeah, whether you want to be covered up, whether you wanted to be, however, and I think that's why I started like, okay, let me reach out to brands and see what
Oh, yeah.
collabs we can do. So,
So that is honestly a wonderful segue from, I think, a really important topic of, acceptance and self-expression.
yes.
But I try to always give our guests the opportunity to have a platform of their own. Really, this is why I try to bring everybody on. This is our highlight is what is it that you're passionate about? What is your message if you want to say something to the audience that is like important here? What is that for you?
To be yourself.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to be yourself because that was something that I struggled with. And um, post the content. Post
Post
the
the
content.
content.
Post it raw, post good. Like now I'm learning how to edit like all these like word, like all the titles and stuff. Like just post it. People people don't care how many followers you have. They don't. That's what I have to say. Brands want to see your authentic self. People want to see your authentic self. And my platform, I try to let women or anybody, people that are over 40, you're an empty nester, your kids are in college, don't stay at home, live your life. It's
Yeah.
okay. And one thing about my kids is they're like, as long as you're having fun and being safe, they're literally the most supportive when it comes to
Aw.
the rave. Um, are they into the music? No. But it's okay. And that's why my platform is making sure you're good about yourself.
Mm.
Feel good, pick up that camera, talk to it like a diary. You'd be surprised how many people are going through the same thing that you're going through. You'd be surprised. Oh, I can relate to this. And has in 90% of my videos, I am messy hair. If I'm not reviewing a product, I'm messy hair, making doing some kind of comedy skit, having something to do with my husband or my kids or something like that. Um, just be you. Be you. I, that's all I have to, yeah, just be authentically you.
I love
And
that.
it's okay. Yeah.
You read my mind. I was thinking literally that phrase and you just like plucked it out of my brain.
Yeah. Yeah. And
It that authentic part is really important because there are a lot of versions of ourselves, and it's easy to get caught up in which version we're putting forward, especially when it comes to social media, right? We
yes.
have masks that we all wear, and some of them are very public facing. But finding what your authentic voice is and what you want to say and why that's important to you, you'll find passion in it, whether it's posting content for your family about your cat or, helping people stay connected to your life because we live in a world where everybody's fast paced and doing something different. Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe you're an empty nester who decided that you want to start making content and share your
Yeah.
beauty secrets with the rest of the world.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so finding that authentic self, being yourself, I think is a great kind of underlying message for our
Mm-hmm.
episode today.
Yep.
So our next segment is red flag, green flag.
Ooh, okay.
This one's
I'm
going to be
ready.
fun. We always do some like silly questions, but this will be our first time playing red flag, green flag on Ready VIP. I went to Jim and Jam recently and I interviewed some different people who were at the festival and asked them some red flag, green flag questions. And so today we're going to play through those questions.
Perfect. I'm ready.
I don't think you are. No, you
Oh.
actually you're gonna crush it. I know you've got this.
Okay, okay.
So the first question I asked was, you meet a new friend, they hop in the car with you, they grab the aux, and the first thing they play is John Summit. Red flag or green flag?
Red flag.
Oh, snap! You're our first red flag. You gotta tell me why.
John Summit. I cannot do. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But that is one of the worst crowds ever. Ever. It's too many frat
Oh
people.
man.
Too many frats. Sorry. I am so sorry. It's going to cost me a lot. But that was that EDC Orlando 2024 when they had John Summit Circuit Ground. I mean,
Mm.
it was okay. We had drum and bass, we had slander, we had worship on main stage. But that crowd going back, no, I can't. No. Plus, I'm not a house person. I'm
Oh,
not a house person. I'm like,
shots fired.
ooh, that would be the look. Mm-mm.
Give me the ox back. It's funny. So, I think that this is definitely one where like you and I can full-heartedly agree. Not that John Summit is the red flag here. Let's be clear.
No,
Um,
no, he's an accountant. I'm one too. So it's okay. It's
right?
okay.
For me, I'm kind of somewhere around that like yellow flag territory. So, like John Tronics, you're gonna get in and play some of that like crystallize. All right,
Okay,
me,
okay,
we
okay.
we are down. You're my new bestie. We're gonna cry
Yes.
together now, right?
If you start off with that, then okay. But
Okay.
if you start playing,
But in the house and stuff, and like I'll agree that crowds make a show. I have definitely been to some shows, John Summit included, where the crowd changed the experience greatly.
yeah,
And so just remember that the energy that people bring, that you as the audience bring when you go to these things, whether you're having a bad day or you're just, in a like self-care mode or whatever it happens to be, it rubs off on everybody else. And that becomes kind of a rippling effect. Every person you meet, every interaction
yep,
you have is going to impact somebody else's night. And we could be, in a situation where a lot of people go, well, I don't want to be around you anymore. And like, I don't know that that's the right answer either, because it's through unity and like togetherness that we're
yeah,
gonna like teach the right attitude, teach the right culture. And so for anybody who's, whether you're solo raving or going out, frat buddies, girls, whatever, take some time and create your own group culture. Take some time and set your standard for each other, because if
yes,
you hold yourself to that accountability, just a little bit, just a smidge, because it's still a party. You're there to party. Don't get me wrong, right? But when you collectively take that time to set your own culture, it's going to be a better night for you. It's going to be a better night for all the people you run into, and we were talking about it earlier in this episode. The connections you make sometimes with
yeah,
complete strangers is incredible. It's why you keep going back. And it's harder
exactly.
to make those connections if you are not being, cohesive to your environment. You talked about jiving with the right group, right? Of like having that homogeny early on with somebody, and that's how
Hmm.
you know that they can hang out. And if you're solo raving and you're looking for a group, that's a good lesson. And like, hey, follow the vibe.
Look, I can tell you this. I did, was it tw yes, April 2024 breakaway. I met Jackie, part of the homie group.
Hmm.
And for the first time, and we stayed at the Airbnb, we never met each other, only on FaceTime. I was like, he can go either hit or miss in here.
Hmm.
She's a house, I'm a wook. Let me tell you, it was like we knew each other forever.
Aw,
So that's how she was online is how she is in person. How
wonderful.
Mariah is online
Yes.
is how Mariah is on.
Unabashedly,
Yes.
absolutely.
So how the homie, like I can honestly say everyone in the homie group, how you meet everyone is what I see online is what I get
Mm,
in real life and more.
definitely. Well, that was our first question. Totally derailed into its own
Yes.
thing. We had a whole mini segment in here just because of
Yes.
John Summit. Um, let's
John Summit. Hi, John.
we love you, John.
We
Keep
do. We
keep
do.
working with Subtronics.
We do.
I'm sorry. I'm terrible. But question number two.
Yes.
Make a new friend at the festival. You guys are supposed to spend the time together, but they only want to spend time at the rail. Red flag or green flag?
Green flag. Green flag. I've been at the rail.
She said, "Let's shake it."
Yes, I've been there. Why not? I'll do a set with you.
Okay.
I will do a set with you, and then I will meet you unless it's of the trees and Gonda, then I'm gonna
Yeah.
stay at the rail. But hey, I'll do a set with you at the rail, and then I'll say meet, I'll be right over here.
Hmm.
Not a problem. It's fun. I never realized how fun it was until I went. So
It
green
is
flag.
fun.
It
I'm
is.
I'm I'm with you. Green flag on that one. Let's spend some
Yeah.
time at the rail. Now, if you're gonna spend your whole night at the rail though, and this is another like now we're getting into the deep topics out of the fun section. Um, remember that there are other people that might not have had that experience at the rail, right? Like every once in a while, look up, look around. If there's somebody staring down that rail looking at it, they're like, I'm so close, I can touch it. Invite them in, let them have your spot. A lot of times they'll be there for about 8 seconds and be like, that was intense, thank you, bye. But bring people into the rail because
Yeah.
I've been, this is my only negative experience I've ever had at a Ganja White Night concert. There was like a picket line of wobbles, and they were very much like, "Oh, we go to all the Ganja concerts. We've been to every venue. We travel across the country. We're the biggest fans." But they never let anybody into the rail all night. They never moved a spot, and for the most part, it just didn't feel like it matched the culture. And
Yeah,
so
no.
if you're there and you found your spot, and I get it as somebody who carries like a 50-pound bag because I got all the water because I'm Rave Dad, right? I got all the supplies and the blanket and the giant duckies, and I want to set my bag down at the rail. But at some point, I know right behind me is that first time raver who's never been to the
Yep.
rail and is just waiting for their opportunity.
Yep. Oh yeah, definitely. My first time at the rail was at Metamorphosis this year.
Ooh,
It
spicy.
Yes, so it was Dimension into Of the Trees. From Of the Trees went to Alice in Wonderland. I was
Ooh,
there.
give me goosebumps on the lineup.
It that was And it was the first time, but it was perfect because it wasn't that packed.
Mm.
It was Now when Levity the next day, I was like, yeah, I'm not going at the rail because it was like, yeah, it was packed, but it was a really good experience at the rail.
Mm, love
Yeah,
that.
Of the
All
Trees
right.
at the rail.
Of the trees at the rail.
Yeah.
Ah, love it. Um, before I derail into Of the Trees content and this becomes an Of the Trees episode.
I know.
All right, question number three, red flag or green flag? You meet
Hmm.
somebody at the rave, but they don't want to hang out with you. They only do solo raving.
Red flag?
Okay. Okay.
I mean, one set, it doesn't hurt. Jeez, I don't know. It could be a yellow. Can it be a yellow flag?
Yellow flag is acceptable.
Okay, a yellow flag. It can't be a red flag because then you're inconsiderate to the person's feelings.
Mm,
So, I mean, I mean, they like to solo rave, but I also want to make, because then comes the mom in me. You
yes.
see? Like, are you okay? Are you sure? Like, do you need anything? So maybe I'll say a very light yellow green.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's the mom in me. Like, are you sure? I mean, I've gone to raves by myself, but I also ended up being with people and then meeting new people. And I like that part. So that's why I'm like, you don't want to be alone.
Yeah, you want to share that with people.
Yeah.
Shower
Don't
them
be
with the
alone,
care.
guys. Don't be alone. If you see me, come hang out with me. I'm pretty sure I'll have lots of goodies, taking
Love
care
that.
of you guys, whatever. Yeah.
That's, it's tough. I have never, until very recently, been a solo raver, never done a rave solo, always had a group, a crew, my respective other with me. And so it was really hard for me when I was first asking these questions at Jim and Jam to kind of jive with the answer because everybody was giving a green flag because they're all solo ravers. They don't care. They're like, throw caution to the wind. Um, and so I get it from their perspective is that they showed up, right? They're there.
Yeah.
but it's hard to break into other people's social settings, right? It's awkward. They might not be accepting. You don't know if it's a John Summit crowd or a Subtronics crowd, right?
Right.
Like until you talk to them. And that kind of fear of like, what will people think of me? Will they be interrupting? Uh, Creeps in. And when you're by yourself, there's nothing to combat that narrative. There's nobody to stop you from thinking the worst things. Uh,
Yeah.
and so that's where my voice pops into your head and says, do it anyways. Uh, because ultimately, if somebody says, "Hey, it was nice meeting you. Have a nice night," great. That wasn't the group for you anyways, and you're going to meet
Yeah.
lots of people like that who
Yeah.
are just going to go about their way.
Yeah.
But you have the opportunity to collide with your next best friend, literally just waiting there for you to talk to them. Whether it's
Exactly.
another solo raver or a group of people who are just open arms like you, ready to accept, give you water and shower you with love, those people are out there too. And so it's definitely Schrodinger's rave group. You don't know until you open the box, but
Yes.
always open the box.
Yes. And talking about rave groups, it New Year's Eve was a little weird because we've been so used to going with the group, with
Hmm.
homies, and it was just, and I love my husband, so he sees this when he sees this. I always have a good time with him. But when we were sitting there, we were like, oh my gosh, it's so different that now. Like the past 3 or 4 festivals, it's been either with Mariah or with other people. So it's, I don't know. I don't know. I think I like a group, but at the same time, when I was at the rail the whole time by myself there, I mean, I had my friends there, but I came solo. It was still good. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just love everybody.
These questions are hard, and I
I
hope that
know. Like
people at
I
home are
love
answering them with
everybody.
us. Um,
Yeah. Like,
it it's hard when you're put on because you don't know these questions beforehand. That's half the whimsy of just putting you on the spot.
exactly. Exactly.
So, no time to consider it because we're already moving on to the next question.
Yes.
Red flag or green flag? You meet a raver and they have no candy.
Oh, it's a green flag.
Okay.
It could be their first time. They don't know the culture, you
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Um, that's why I'm there to give them their first thing and then teach them, you know.
Definitely.
Uh, there's many reasons why. I mean, I even forgot my candy during New Year.
Oh,
Yeah,
spicy.
yeah. I forgot my candy New Year's Eve. It was cold, guys. It was cold. And but what I like about not having candy, if somebody doesn't have candy and I give you candy, I'm not expecting one back.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I'm giving you candy because I want to give you candy. I You don't have kid, that's okay. It's okay. It could be their first time. There could be so many things going on that they forgot their candy.
Mm, that's
And
true.
if that's their first rave, then that's where my mommy instincts come in. And then I'm like, okay, let me teach you peace, love, unity, respect, responsibility, and teach them
Definitely.
that. Hmm.
You know, you bring up a great point. It could be their first rave, right? And like they don't know the culture, and you're their opportunity to be a gateway to that.
Yeah.
Um, I myself am like you. I'm a big fan of our giving culture. I actually bring a whole bucket of candy in the back seat. So when I go and pick everybody up, because Rave Dad also makes sure everybody gets there safe and everybody gets home safe, because
Yep.
that's what we do, right? DD all the way.
Hmm.
And so in my back seat is this barrel of candy, right? And if you step into my car and you don't have candy, you are definitely stepping out of it with some candy on.
That's awesome. I like that idea. I
And
really do.
it, there have been times I've been tempted to take like the barrel to the rave and just be like, here, grab a candy out. But I have trinkets for that, right? There are so many like rave trinkets and goodies and
Oh my
toys and stuff
gosh,
that I'm going to
yes.
give out. I'm basically, Santa Claus when it comes to the rave.
Yeah.
So now I have decided that when it comes to candy, like it is really for sharing the culture. I'm gonna do the hand sign every time. Peace, love, unity, respect. I'm basically Sailor Moon, right? I don't transform until I've done the handshake. And so I find it as an opportunity now whether they're new people or they're just you see somebody, they're having a night, you can see people in their head. People go to the rave, they miss the rave bay, things going on at home. We all
Yeah.
try to escape, right? And then suddenly you're the interaction that changes their night. You give them a piece of candy, you give them a bracelet, and suddenly somebody who you've never met before thought about you before you met them enough to make you a friendship bracelet, right?
Yeah.
And it changes the whole night.
I love trinkets. I love going around just in the crowd and just giving them little trinkets on their hat. They're just pinning them, giving them like, you look nice. I love giving compliments and passing out trinkets. That's one of the things I like to do.
Now, I love that you brought up trinkets. Trinkets are a fun part of the culture too, and even sprouts, right? I think sprouts are really interesting. But when I did Gem and Jam, because it's definitely hippie vibe, it's definitely like part of it's very art culture. And I, at the end, asked the person to ask me a question. What was give me a red flag, green flag. And one of them was plastic disposable trinkets, red flag or green flag. So now I'm going to turn the tables on you and ask you as our final red flag, green flag question. Disposable plastic trinkets.
Dispose- Oh no.
Oh no!
I have to think now because those are the ones that I give out with the little sprouts. See, now you have me thinking about the environment. Because okay, we're gonna do a yellow flag. I cannot do red flag. I
I
cannot. We're
can't
gonna
red
do a
flag
yellow
yourself.
flag because now this brought me back to Big Dub when they said no glitter.
Hmm.
Yes, Big Dub is very big on no glitter because it is not biodegradable and you're in the mountains and it's harmful for the animals. Guys, now we need new trinkets.
I'm also guilty of this. Coconino, I had like this Groot cup on a candy chain where his head opened up and I would give people sprouts out of it. And so I know those sprouts have made people's night. There's a game out of it. And I've literally kept like every single rave anything anybody's ever given to me.
Me too.
It's a collection, right? And so like
Yeah,
I'm not throwing it on the ground, but how many have you found on the ground? How many
a
ground
lot.
scores or broken little sprouts? And so I pose this as a like a compromise. Remember what Grizz said, leave no trace, right? Like that was the seven stars motto, is if you're gonna go,
Yes.
show respect to the ground, show respect to the people, and so even if you see a broken trinket on the ground, like pick it up.
Pick it
Don't leave
up.
the plastic there, right? Don't let it end up in the environment. And I think
Yeah.
if we take that into our approach, at least from like a responsible PLUR, peace, love, unity, respect, and responsibility uh,
Yes.
approach,
Yes.
then it's
Mm-hmm.
fine. It's when we're irresponsible, right? When we're throw caution to the wind. Literally, I saw this one girl throwing stickers into the wind once, and I was like, somebody's got to clean those up.
Yeah.
And so just bring responsibility with you.
Yep. And I think a lot of people forget the second R
And
in
they do.
PLUR, where it's responsibility. So
The
that
second
also.
R is the secret menu of PLUR.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The real ones know.
Yes. The OGs know.
That's it. And hey,
The
everybody wants to
OGs
be a
know.
G.
Yeah.
All
See,
right.
now I'm going to rethink my trinket game for this season.
No, snap.
Mm.
The same girl who gave me that question, her trinkets she has a bag of affirmations that she's written on pressed like floral paper. And they're all just positive messages. And you pull it out, it's biodegradable paper, and it just is something to make your day, just a little something for you.
I gave Mariah something like that for Christmas once.
Love that.
It's a little thing and she opens it and it's affirmations when you're having a rough day.
Oh,
Yeah. That's I like that. See now, I have until April 12th, guys, to
the
think
clock
of
is ticking.
trinkets that are going to be good for the environment. Yes.
Definitely. All right. So in this next section, I'm just going to kind of dovetail off our red flag and green flag. Having a resident rave mom on Ready VIP for the first time, you know, I would love to hear what you think some green flags are, kind of like our leave no trace, that you would pass on to other ravers as a rave mom. What do you see with your wisdom that would be green flags in other ravers?
So, green flags. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Let's see. Knowing what the true definition of PLUR
Mm,
is and being able to share that with
definitely.
people, I think is a green flag. So if I meet you and you show all those signs of like of PLUR, I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, okay, this person's like, and then you've only been raving for a year. Wow.
Mm.
Because I've met people that've been raving for a year and they have more PLUR than some OGs.
Oh, for sure.
So, um, honestly, and people are probably going to come at me, but a green flag is a lot of I, a lot of people I know do substances. But if you test your stuff responsibly and you're not out there driving or you always have one person that is being responsible in your group that's going to be, I think that's a green flag. Party responsibly. Um, I've seen too many. I've seen during a EDC Orlando Ganja White Night set 2024, I've seen people literally just leave their friends there on the floor, passed out, drunk, or on a substance that probably wasn't even tested, or they allowed them to um, take too much, and then they just because they didn't want to leave. I left the set to get help. So a green flag is if I see you and your group and you go and you take care of your group, that's a green flag.
Mm.
As a red flag, yeah. Be responsible. Take care of your friends. Take
Definitely.
care of your group. That's I like to see that. I like to see when you're in a group and there's somebody like that's really hot and they're like, "What do you need?" Or if they're asking, "Hey, can we borrow your fan?" Not a problem. Not a problem. So like be responsible. Those are green flags that I want people to, as a mom, because I have a 24 and 28-year-old. I always as a mom, I would always want their group to be responsible. Test your stuff, stay hydrated. Have that one friend that doesn't do anything, that doesn't drink, that's literally there for the vibes. There's always going to be that one friend that's there for the vibes that does not mind taking care of you. That's how you know you have your good friends, your green flags. Test your stuff.
Mhm.
Test your stuff.
Love hearing it. Definitely
Uh,
test everything.
Test
And
it. I don't partake in things like that, but I do know people that test your stuff.
mm,
As I don't judge you, I'm not here to judge you, but if you want to live to see it, test your stuff.
I couldn't agree more. Here in Arizona, fentanyl is definitely a problem. And so you never want to be on the wrong side of things. As Rave Dad, it's my job to make sure that I'm the clear-headed one that takes care of everybody. But even here in the desert, right, you can have one or two drinks and be over dehydrated or
Yeah,
not have eaten enough. And this is what I tell our rave group because people are there to have a good time, and if you're the fun police, no one's gonna want to hang out with you. I don't care how good of a rave dad you are, right?
I know.
But I tell them all the time, it's kind of like bungee jumping, right? If you tell me that you only want to go over once, or that you're just going so far, I'm gonna be there to pull you back. I'll help you up. I will definitely be the guy on the other end of the bungee cord that makes sure you get back up. But if you don't tell me you're going to jump and you jump all of a sudden, it's a lot harder to help you. And
Mm-hmm.
if you decide, I am going, because like sometimes people show up in different mind frames, right? They just had a breakup and they're like, man, I'm drinking tonight, right? I'm gonna
Oh,
do
of
my
course.
thing.
Of course.
And you just gotta let people have their moment, right? They're gonna go full feral, they're gonna leave it all out there. But if you tell me that, guess what? I'm gonna take care of you, little bird.
Mm-hmm.
When you after you're full feral, someone's gonna hold your hair. guess who it's going to be. But if you don't tell me you're going to go full feral, and I think you're just going to be like normal old you who just comes in to have a good time, maybe sips on a little drink, and you have 12 behind my back, and I have to hold your hair, and I have other people that I'm taking care of, it's a lot harder. So
Yeah,
just be
I
honest
agree.
with your friends about how far you plan to jump, how many times you are going to jump off that cliff, and they're going to be there for you. And sometimes
Yeah.
you all bungee jump together and you're like, we all had a feral night. Uh,
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
happen too.
Day one, EDC Orlando, I told everyone because it was the day of my collab that I
Mm,
released. And
ready
I
to
told,
celebrate.
yeah, I told everyone I'm drinking. I'm I'm drinking. I don't do beatboxes. Sorry, beatboxes. I used to do you guys, but I'm old now. I'm old. The body can't do that.
One beatbox and you're like,
Half of a beatbox and I'm gone.
that's true, man.
I'm gone. This looks like it's a strong. Those are
Yeah,
strong.
they are.
Those are really strong. But yeah, I think everyone needs to be, I'm not saying on the same page, but let me know. I plan to go all out tonight. I plan to even has not even as a rave mom. I tell my 24-year-old, be responsible. If you need me to pick you up, I'll pick you up. Just call me. Take an Uber. We'll go get the car. Not a problem.
It's true. I don't know how many times I've been in the car ride afterwards too, where a lot of times people are like, if you just told me. Because everybody has those days, whether you're celebrating, having a bad day, having a
Yeah.
great moment, whatever, we get it. We're going to empathize with you. We want to help you celebrate and have that time you're looking for. It's when we don't know what's going to happen and you full side quest into another like county and we lose our friend, right?
Oh my
These are
gosh.
the
Yes.
moments we're trying to avoid.
And you're on the phone. Oh my God, where's this person? And they're like, oh, I was in Neon Garden. I don't know how I got there, but I was
Yeah.
passed out, right? Like,
I traded my shoes for this hat, but I lost my car keys in the process. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Be responsible. That's all.
yeah. And
And eat.
this is coming from two Wooks, right? Like we are Wookiee too. We're
Yeah,
doing our thing. We're going
yeah,
full feral mode, but
yeah.
that
But
last
also
R.
eat. Also eat because
Yes, always.
there's someone in my group. I love you. I'm not going to shout her out, but you got to eat. I don't, even if you eat one of my chicken tenders, I need you to
Just
eat.
one chicken tendy,
Just
please.
one chicken tendy. Just have one. Eat. 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 That's it. And we go into VIP, so the food's a little bit better in there. So like
Oh, definitely.
eat.
So I have three tips for you from a rave
Yes.
dad. These, and I'm not for you. You're already a veteran season.
Oh,
You know this. You got the certificate. I'm learning from you. Um, But these are things that we have developed in our rave crew that have become like ritual now. Is that beforehand I get my crock pot out and we make a big thing of soup because girlies, man, you've been fasting all week. You're gonna go out there, show the belly off, show the booty off. You put so much work into it. You don't want to eat a bunch of carbs or protein before you go in there. Soup, man, because then it's gonna get you all that nutrients, all that broth
Yep.
in there, and you're not gonna feel super full. You're not gonna look bloated. We love like a chicken noodle or something, some wedding soup, something nice and easy. That's not going to cause reflux. Get all that red sauce
Yeah.
in there, and someone's like gonna. Um, the number two, right? Always smuggle snacks. You guys smuggle in the most ridiculous things I have ever seen. Straight up, like drug mules, right? Like you guys are bringing in whole on totems shoved in your shirt and pretending you're a scarecrow as your costume, but you don't want to bring in a thing of crackers.
Oh no,
Like,
we bring food. Our group brings little snacky snacks because you're there at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. First of all, it's expensive to eat. So
oh, for sure,
I try to buy at least that one meal at 5:30.
right?
Like that's a good time.
Plan it out.
5:30 because from 7 to like 12, that's when all the
All the
DJs, and I'm not
headliners,
trying to
yeah.
leave. I'm not trying to leave to go get food.
Mm-mm.
Sorry. But those little energy bars or some nuts or something and water. Because some of y'all be
Yeah.
forgetting to refill or even fill your hydration pack. Just give it to someone that's already, you don't want to stand in the line. Just give it to the person that's already standing in the line. Just, yeah.
Those definitely a green flag. And like we
Yeah.
probably given you like 80 green flags at this point. We gave you a whole like preaching session, right? Hey, cue the organ, right? Like
I
we went to
know.
church on this. But it is only from people who care about you. You know, we've never even met you, but just like when I make candy for people I haven't met, this is our message to you because we want you to have a great time. We want you
Yeah.
to take care of yourself. And at the end of the day, we do care about you, even if, you know, you don't think we even know you.
I know. That's why I like raves. I
Mm.
love it. And this year I've been able to go, I went to Florida Groves by myself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a
Solo
Florida
raving
Grove.
yourself.
Yeah. But then I met people
Mm.
and I hung out with them. I ended up getting a headache and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the car." No, they took care of me. Well,
Yes.
so I didn't miss Boogie T. So I was like,
Can't
"Oh,
miss Boogie T.
no, you crazy?" I would have cried. That's like my favorite. If you hear, I just saw you. I love you. Okay. Like I love you. But no, that's why like I went by myself. I had a headache and they were amazing. And I
Mm.
stayed with them. And now I'm like going to Florida Groves this time and they're going. I'm like, "Oh, I can't wait to see you." So,
Yes.
it's that's one of the benefits of solo raving is that you meet people and then you get to see them again.
It's true, you know, and we've this whole time we've been talking about solo raving, and Mariah comes to mind, Hurricane Raver, who
Oh
kind of
my gosh, yes.
she brought us together, and it seems appropriate that we kind of give her
Yes.
the first shout out as we go into our shout out section here
Yes.
as our outro. Um, I officially met her. So like we followed each other on Instagram. She like, likes the show or whatever. And then she comes out to Coconino here in Arizona, which I was pitching to you in the green room in the in-between section. And we are both waiting to interview DJ Nielsen, who's a friend of both of ours. And we're at the, pop-up, and we both end up standing next to him while he's, waiting. And I'm like, hey, aren't you Hurricane Raver? And she's like,
Oh,
yeah, I know you too, right? We just have this like connection moment of like knowing each other's personas but not having met. And I was like, what if we do like the interview in tandem, right? What if we like collab on it? And she was like, definitely. And so we sit down and she's like, how should we do it? And I'm like, oh, you definitely should be the one to introduce it. Like, let you talk. I'll be your like number two and we're gonna pump up Nielsen. And we just instantly had this like great chemistry of just like never met, but you know good people when you meet them. Um,
exactly.
and afterwards I was like, okay, so Nielsen's cool. He's the homie, but Mariah, do you want to come be a VIP guest on my podcast? And instantly, connection, never met before other than like that time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're gonna get to meet in person again. System Overload coming up this weekend. Gonna hang out with her and Hana O. Super excited because I know that the vibes are gonna be incredible. And
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that even more than Wooly. I'm looking forward to that even more than Slander.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to those guys a lot. So.
Yeah.
People are going to bring the good vibes. So now that we've entered the shout out section and we've given our wonderful, Queen Mariah a shout out, who
Love
else?
you, Mariah. The homie crew,
Yes.
definitely, because they make they're literally life.
Mm.
Um, my kids, because they are very supportive of everything that I do. Most kids would be like, "Oh my God, no, mm-mm." I get as long as you're safe. Oh, mom, I like that. And they're boys. So, and I can't forget my husband because he is my number one supporter.
Shout out the hubby.
Yes, hubby has far anything rave, anything that I have to do for TikTok, he is if I need he's also my creative guy. He builds things. If I need something to do UGC, he will build me a box so that I can put all my product in there. So anything that I need, that man is
Love that.
everything. And they love dad. That's what they
Oh,
call him, dad. The homie group loves dad. So, hmm,
love to hear it.
yeah.
Always glad to hear another rave dad.
Yep.
Who else you got?
Electric Space Threads, which is Alyssa and Bree, because they are the reason why I was able to do my collab for EDC Orlando. The friendship for because of them, I was able to bring my vision to life. They let me create as many different pieces for all shapes and sizes. And that was my goal, is because not a lot of brands, feature plus size um, women over 40. And that's why we know we can dress up. To us, it's like the Met Gala. That's how
Hell
I
yeah.
look at it. I love accessorizing. I love dressing up. I love putting on makeup as much as I could and just being creative when I'm going out to the rave, and having Electric Space Threads be by my side and help me create that is is amazing. And now we're thinking of other ideas for Forbidden Kingdom, Florida Groves. So they do majority, okay, well, 99% of my rave fashion comes from them.
Awesome.
Support small businesses
Support
all the
small
time.
businesses every chance you get.
Yes.
Yes, girl.
Yes, support small businesses because they will listen to your creative. They don't care. Oh, she's 48. No. Mm-mm. They thank me all the time. I thank them all the time. There was reasons why we met in 2024. There was everything happens for a reason, and I'm forever grateful for them because they opened the doors for me for many things, and they got me out of that I'm so scared kind
Mm,
of my confidence. I mean, don't get me wrong, TikTok helped me bring that out, but being able to wear rave fashion, model for it, come out with a collab, and being the age that I am, and then seeing everyone wear it at EDC, I was
mm.
like, oh my gosh, I'm living like my childhood dreams. So I'm forever grateful for them.
Love
And
that.
and my hubby again, because he supported me with this idea that I had to.
The rave space is a great place to live
It
out those
is.
childhood dreams and to like heal that inner
Yes.
child. So
Yep.
love it.
Healing every inner child that I needed to in 2025
Mm,
was good. And still keeping the homie group because it's
definitely.
very hard to find friends that you like can click but are
Mm,
different, but you click. It's
definitely.
so it's hard. And we've been since 2020. It's going on 3 years. We've been part of this little homie group, and I would not change it. I think that
Love
would be
that.
like a breakup if one of us
Oh,
like left the group. It
it happens too.
wouldn't.
It's so sad.
It does. It does. It happens. So those girls, they know they're stuck with me for life.
Oh, I love that. It's really just a testament to the community that you make friendships like that. It
Hmm.
it's something I really do wish for everybody to find.
Me too. Me too. Me too. And that is one thing, even in the out, to be able to bring them into my everyday life and not just rave life. And now we're here planning trips that are not rave. Oh, we're going to go to Japan because we like Hello Kitty and anime.
Yes.
So it's that's the kind of friendships that I was waiting for. Um, looking and I for the past 3 years it's been good. It's been good. Yes, it's been good. It's can't complain. Can't complain. I
Love
wouldn't
it.
trade this world for anything. Like, even though I said I was not going to do that many shows this year, I have four in April.
I feel that. I'm gonna give a couple quick shout outs here at the end on
Yes.
our way out. So first, I'd like to shout out our sponsor, Rave Daddy, who is also in the process of rebranding as Buddy, so they might already be Buddy by the time this goes out. But it is a rave safety app that you can use to send an SOS. You know, a lot of the stories we talked about tonight, you know, were born because of, you know, somebody being alone or going over the edge or being in a compromised situation and needing Narcan, or maybe they're just dehydrated. And so the founder, he created an app where you can create a network of friends, and then if something happens, you hit SOS. And even if the festival picks it up and everybody downloads it, and somebody hits SOS and it goes to the med tent, right? It seconds saves lives, and it, you know, it happened because they went to Rolling Loud and they found a guy who was literally too drunk, couldn't find his friends, and they're like shoulder to shoulder carrying this guy around because they knew he needed help, and they didn't necessarily know how to get him to his friends or a med tent. And so that's why the app exists. Shout out to them for like creating something because they saw our community needed it. But until you decide to go and download the app and use it yourself, you are the SOS, right? Make sure that you're
Yep.
getting people to safety when they need it. Um, I also want to give a shout out to Hana Oh. We talked a little bit about her earlier. We talked about supporting small businesses. We're going to be featuring her fashion at our System Overload showcase in my recap videos and stuff. If you haven't watched it yet, go check out her slit weave outfits. She
I
did.
love her.
Me too. She's such an incredible person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she did Paris Hilton's slit weave outfit for Coachella. You mentioned Coachella,
I
and that was the first thing that came to mind.
I know, I saw that. I was like, I'm so proud of you. Like, gosh. Yeah.
Um, and then, you know, shout out to all the local, you know, Ready VIP tribe who supported this. And that really goes for everybody at large. Our success has been because of you. I got media creds at Decadence to go behind the scenes and be your VIP and get to show you what it was like through that lens for those who didn't get to go to Decadence or maybe didn't get to go behind the scenes. And it has continued to be successful because you've supported it through going to Instagram and liking and sharing and saving and resharing like absolute crazy people, and I love you for it. That has been the bedrock to being able to do it again. And I got to go to Jim and Jam and do it again. Now System Overload, and the momentum keeps going because I will be your VIP as long as you guys support me. So please. Just continue to do that because it makes the world a difference. Every view, every like, every reshare for small businesses like us, we, you know, live and die by that tribal support that comes from people who care, who believe. And so, you know, go find Nadiya on TikTok, find me on Instagram, and you know I'll probably be on TikTok before this episode because I gotta, you know, now I gotta go support Nadiya on TikTok, um, and hit that reshare button, and you literally could be the reason why we get to continue doing what we're doing. So thank you, Tribe, for being a part of what we're doing here. And
Yeah.
shout out to you, Nadiya. Thank you so much for coming onto the show.
You're welcome.
Mariah was 100% right. What a wonderful guest.
Thank
And
you.
we'll have to have you back in just because, you know, we
Yes,
have a good time hanging out.
of
And,
course.
you know, after your next collab or maybe after a year of festivals or one really good one where you're just like, I need to talk about it. We'll come
Sure
back
it is.
together and we'll recap. And welcome to the Ready VIP family. I am
I'm
so
excited.
excited to share your story.
Yes, I'm excited. Thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. I liked it.
Awesome. Well, would you like to say our closeout? I like to give our guest the last word.
Yes, stay ready, VIPs. Run.